and welcome to my kitchen.
I was born and raised in the South, in the city, and now I live in the Midwest, on a farm, and I love it. Other things I love are Jesus, my family, and everything food. I'm so glad you decided to join me today.
So excited because today I have with me one of my 4 favorite daughters, Blythe!
Hey!
I'm so glad you're here. She has not been home from college. They're having real college, so
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Yes.
What are we making today?
Yeah, so we're making cinnamon rolls. I was gonna have Lillian do it with me, but she's gone. The roads were gonna get a little icy. She was the queen of cinnamon rolls, and this over quarantine, before I left for Kanakuk, because I was working at Kanakuk, we had a cinnamon roll off, and Berger was the taste test judge. So I think he was a little biased, but
I think there was some bias in there. Definite bias.
Yeah.
Because, you know,
yes,
smart man.
Yes.
You've always been a cook. You've always been a chef. You love to cook.
Yes, I like food, so.
That helps.
You like food, you like to cook.
She gets that from me.
And I watched finals week. We have like something going on every night just to keep people motivated to like do finals. And at midnight on Thursday, I think of finals week, everybody storms the calf because they have cinnamon rolls as big as your face, and the line goes out the door. And they let everybody in at midnight. So you get your cinnamon roll and you go back to studying.
That's just tradition.
Yeah, the president's there.
The president of the college storms the calf and gets the giant face-size cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, it's great. Everybody loves it.
I got to meet the president of your college, Ben Sells.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, godly man.
Used
and
to be a
like
missionary.
Used to be a missionary. Incredible. Like so, and loves the students and is like so big-hearted. And OBU tradition of the giant face-size cinnamon rolls. How big are we making your cinnamon rolls today?
Oh, well,
Inquiring
I mean,
minds.
the size, there's no limit. There's like cake cinnamon rolls now.
No limit?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yes! This is my daughter. No limits. Yes! I always love that about you. She's like, I think I want to raise goats and show them. We're like, what? Party what?
Which I have a lot of goat babies, so.
And last year, you were here for quarantine, so you got to deliver all the babies.
Yes.
And then...
Every baby. There was a lot.
It was a lot. But you love that stuff.
It was good, yeah.
You were like,
It was really fun.
And sometimes if her goat is in labor or she will spend the night in the freezing outside in the stall, just ready with her full on coverall. You're in several Bible classes this year. Okay.
Yes.
I think, aren't you and this one guy the only ones not going into full-time ministry in this one class of your ministry class?
And everybody's like, who's not going into ministry here? And I'm like,
But the guy never raises his hand, just you.
I'm a Christian, I promise. Am I even supposed to be at this Baptist college? Let's get in to make these cinnamon rolls.
I'm so excited. Blythe, tell me what we're going to use.
Yeah, so we're going to use salt, flour, powdered sugar, brown sugar, yeast, vanilla, cinnamon, 2 eggs, cream cheese, salted butter, milk, and sugar.
You microwave your eggs?
Yeah, but it's just enough to get them room temperature.
Okay, I'll let you, the pro, microwave those eggs because that
Yes.
is brave.
Yeah.
That's a bold move, folks. And this was Blythe's tea set when she was just a little baby.
So you get 1 cup of milk and you put it in the microwave for 45 to 60 seconds, and then you put it in your mixer, and then you put your sugar, 1/2 cup sugar, and then your 2.5 teaspoons of yeast, and you let it sit for 5 minutes.
Nice.
So the milk should be roughly like 105 to 115 degrees Fahrenheit. Or if you get it too hot, then it'll cook your yeast and it'll kill it.
Okay, I've always been nervous about killing yeast. What are we going to do, Blythe?
Let it rest for 5 minutes.
Let it rest. There's a lesson.
Yes.
We all need rest.
And after you let it rest for 5 minutes and develop and stuff, the yeast, you put your 2 eggs in here, and then your 1/3 cup softened butter. But it shouldn't be like too hot because then it kills the yeast.
Okay, I just want to know how you melted the butter. Show them to the camera. This is like sort of melted butter. This is like lukewarm butter. I mean, it's opaque instead of clear.
Yeah, you melt it a little bit and then you stir it around for a long time. So.
Oh, patience.
And then the rest of your sugar you put in.
Okay, nice. Ooh, I'm not over that butter. That's amazing butter. I've never melted it like that. It's either all solid or completely clear. I've never had opaque butter. Blythe. She always amazes us to this day, continually, in all the best ways.
I'm gonna pack your flour. So.
Okay, why don't you want to pack your flour?
Because that's not an accurate measurement. So you fluff it, and then you put it in, and then you scrape it off the top.
That's awesome. She didn't learn that from me. I pack. You love OBU, and in addition to that, she loves the farm and the family and hanging out.
It's good. I love to be at both places, so.
That's our longing for heaven. We want to be at all the places.
Oh yeah, no complaints here, yeah. So after you mix it, you don't want to over-mix it, and you let this rest for 5 minutes so that the flour soaks up the moisture.
Smells so good. I love how Blythe has all the science behind this, all the reasoning. That dough is beautiful. It has just the perfect color. Ooh.
To knead it by hand.
Then it's better. I love it.
Basically, when the dough sticks to the sides, the flour hasn't absorbed the most. So when you you see it's stuck to the bottom and stuff.
Nice. That's a great teaching
Stuck
tip.
to the bottom right there.
Yes.
You need to let it rest after that.
It's amazing. There's so much science in cooking. I love science. Blythe is my daughter who has every bit of trivia. So much trivia. Ever since she was little, she just always had these interesting facts about animals and cooking. She loves to research. She loves.
When you have a question, you gotta figure it out.
Yeah. She's a researcher. You've been a researcher your whole life. She always brought a lot to the table in our family. Still does. Oh, and no pun intended. Get it? Bring a lot to the table. My whole kitchen smells like yeast and butter and goodness.
After you're gonna take a bowl and you're gonna coat it with cooking spray or oil or something like that, and then you're gonna put a towel over it, and then I set the oven for 200 degrees and wait till it gets to 100 or 120, and then I let it sit in there and it just speeds up the process if it's warmer. So
I like speeding up.
Yeah.
Say the dough should be tacky?
Yes.
People should not be tacky, but the dough should be tacky, right?
Yep. Yes.
We don't judge. Ooh. Oh, that's perfect. Look how pretty.
And then you let it sit, and then you cover it with a towel, and then put it in the. I'm just gonna put it over your bowl, and then you let it rest. So
Okay.
This is the first rising. These rolls are gonna rise twice, but if you don't have time for this, you can just let them rise once like this.
I like it. And this towel that we're using, the damp towel, is the special towel that I got from my cousins, the Detweilers and the Paces, when they came to visit the farm in the summer. It was so fun. Anyway, look how cute. Anyway, okay, so do we put this in the oven?
Yes.
Nice. Woo!
While our dough is rising for the first time, we can make our filling. Cinnamon filling.
Yay, filling!
There's two ways that you can make filling. You can spread the butter all over the rolled out
Love
dough,
the butter.
or you can all mix it all together.
Yum. I've never heard of putting vanilla in the dough.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of excited about it in the paste.
You can also put cinnamon in the dough too, which that makes it really good.
Really?
Yes.
And it's not too much cinnamon.
No, you just gotta even out the cinnamon.
Oh, okay. Sounds like math. No, thank you. But you could do it.
Start out with a stick of butter, and then you warm it up in the microwave. This is our 1 cup packed brown sugar, and then ½ cup butter, and then 2½ tablespoons cinnamon, and then some vanilla. And then you mix it all
Nice.
together.
I love how she said some vanilla. She's my girl. Enough filling for me to have a bite of that filling to taste.
Oh man, I don't think you
Gotta
want to.
safety test it. Well, it's butter and brown sugar and vanilla and cinnamon, right?
That's rich, man.
Yeah! Yes! You understand me? Hey, show them that beautiful stuff. Ooh! Blythe, you made a pecan spread once.
Instead of peanut butter, it was pecan butter.
Oh! And she put it in one of our little goat milk bottles just for fun. And I mean, that stuff was good.
Glass container.
Glass container. Glass container, goat milk container, tomato, potato. You decide.
You're gonna start on the icing, and you start with 1 block of cream cheese, which is 8 ounces, and then 1/3 cup butter. And this is just starting out point. You just look at it. I don't really know how to. There's a recipe for it, but I just whatever looks good.
I love that. So you know what looks good.
Yeah, we just have starting out points. We're just wherever it goes.
I love that. You leave room for creativity.
So it should look like this.
Oh, it's so pretty.
We start out with about 1½ cups of powdered sugar, and then you just add more And then about 1 tablespoon vanilla. And then 1/2 to 1 teaspoon vanilla.
That's the least vanilla I'll ever use.
And then if you want to make it slightly maple, then you can add some maple syrup.
Maple?
I know, yeah.
Yum. I'm game.
Maple syrup to your oatmeal cookies is really good. Make them really good.
I would eat that. I would eat an oatmeal cookie that she made with syrup in it. Ooh, that vanilla looked good. I love how she added more. I always keep so much powdered sugar on hand. I always have powdered sugar. I'm afraid I'm gonna run out. Have you ever noticed to have run out of powdered sugar? In her whole life, we have never run out. It's like that oil. Keep filling up jars. Goodness, it's so beautiful. Look at that.
Our dough has risen or doubled in size, and so now we're gonna roll it out and then put on the paste and make the cinnamon rolls.
It has risen indeed. Oh, wow. That was so pretty. Did y'all see that? Oh my goodness. It looks perfect.
So now we're gonna take a rolling pin. Where you're supposed to smash it down. Ooh. As big as possible, because then there's more layers in your cinnamon roll.
I love that.
After you have your dough laid out, then you put the cinnamon, sugar, vanilla, butter paste on it.
This smells so good. It's the yeast dough and the cinnamon butter and vanilla just wafting all over the kitchen. And do you smell this in Iowa? All right, I looked outside and saw the snow and it reminded me of my little weather girl. So Blythe, you've been doing the weather for the Ouachita Weather Watch?
Yes, I have. I do it every week. It comes out on Wednesday. It's part of the news show.
So fun to see her do the weather. She's amazing. Do y'all see this? Okay, look at that.
We're making 16 right now.
Yum.
So you cut it in half and then 4s and then just from there you go.
The only math I like.
This is what they look like.
Looks like a rose. A rose by any other name would smell as sweet. This is a really sweet smelling rose.
So now we have our rolls in our pan. And then we let them rise for our second and final time. Towel and put them in the oven and then you're good.
You're gonna let them rise for how long?
However long it takes.
Okay. We are in for the long haul, however long it takes.
You usually let them rise for the same amount of time as last time, just so that they double in size.
Nice.
So my nose is a little red because it just got inside from going out with the goats. So, and it's snowing out there. It's pretty cold. So they have doubled in size. So we're gonna preheat the oven for 350 and bake them for 18 to 20 minutes. First, we're gonna put whole milk on the top of them. You can use heavy cream too, but I've decided heavy milk.
I love that. Why do we put milk on the top, Blythe?
It just keeps all the moisture in, makes it gooey.
So awesome to know.
So we're gonna just pour some milk over. You can use heavy cream too, but
I've never heard of this, but it's super impressive. And your rolls are always amazing, so win-win.
it just makes them super gooey and not dry.
Super gooey and not dry. Check, check, check.
So I just took these out of the oven and they look pretty good, right?
They look so good. She's like, they look pretty good. Ah, no big deal. This whole thing. Blythe, these are insanely gorgeous.
Now we put the icing on and we're all good. Those are your cinnamon rolls.
Hey y'all, these are they. This was so much fun today. Blythe, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Oh yes, it was so fun. And we get to eat these cinnamon rolls. It's great.
Sweet girl.
It's great to be home.
It's so good to have her home. She adds so much to the party. Don't forget to thank Jesus and enjoy. See you next time.
Bye.